Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Thursday, so we're here with Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. We are just so excited that Robin is in the house. She always has such wonderful guests.
Yes.
So, you can't protect your wealth if you don't have your health. So we are just excited that when Thursdays come because we always learn something new. And I think this is an exceptional time for what she has to offer. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Robin Shimizu to you, and she's going to introduce her guest. So this is Robin Shimizu. She has a background in essential oils. She has all kinds of information regarding your health, and I suggest that you reach out to her on her Facebook page and just connect with her. So Robin, what do you have for us today? How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you
Good.
for having me, and thank you, Jill, for joining us. Thank you, Francine, if you're in the background. Today, we have a very special guest, Jill Weston, who is our Yoga Nidra guru, as I like to call her. I know it embarrasses her, but she's a Yoga Nidra instructor. And what she does is she teaches students and teachers also and guides us in many different kinds of forms of breathing and meditation techniques. And today we're going to learn another one, which is called, what was it? There's something about you take it off your tray.
What's on your tray?
What's on your tray, right. And last night I got to attend one of her online classes and it was phenomenal. If we have a chance to talk at the end, I'll talk about that experience, Jill. I still feel great.
Good. I'm glad.
Even overnight and everything. So anyway, it was really fun. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, hopefully. She's the owner of the Breathing Space, which is a yoga and meditation center studio in Elk Grove, California. And now Jill is also doing a lot of online classes. And so maybe Jill can tell us about that also in today's show.
Absolutely.
So with that, Jill, thank you so much. Take it away.
All right. Thank you, Biz Chicks, for having me. And thank you, everybody who's watching live and also on the replay. Today, I've done several of these meditations and they're pretty popular. So today I want to offer something that I call what's on your tray. And what's on my tray, for example, is a bit of a learning curve to go online. So we all know pretty much what's in our wallet. We're doing less shopping these days. We're not probably accessing our wallet as much, probably not even pulling out your credit card that much and shopping online. With the stimulus money coming through, I'm sure you know what's in your bank balance, if not in your wallet. We also these days tend to know what's on our to-do list because we're either needing more structure. If you are running a business, many of you in Biz Chicks, you still have your businesses to run and you work on your to-do list. There's a concept that I came up with that I call what's on your tray. So I'm going to walk you through that. I'm not going to explain what it is. I'm going to actually walk you through the activity. The goal will be by the time you get done, and literally we'll just take 10 minutes or so, you will know more about yourself. You will know more about how you can manage the information, any anxiety, where your attention is by knowing what's on your tray and managing your tray. So this is very easy to do. You don't need yoga clothes. You don't need to go get your yoga mat. If you've never done a meditation, this will be very, very easy for you to do. You don't even have to use the word meditation if you don't want to. So starting out, just you can be in a seated position. For example, I'm in a chair. You can sit on the floor if you want to, wherever you want to. You can even stand up if that's working for you. And just start to bring your attention to my voice. And what that means is you're going to slow down and subtly stop listening to the sounds around you. So you may be in a household where the TV is on or the radio is on, people are talking and all that. That may be necessary, that's fine. Just start to listen more to my voice than any sounds that you hear outside. You may have pleasant sounds around you. It could be music that's comforting to you. It could be birds outside. Just bring your attention to my voice a little bit. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can start to close down your eyes or just soften your gaze, which means you're not staring intently. I want you to notice, imagine that you can see or feel your right hand. You can look down at your hand if you want to. And just notice your right hand, your right wrist, the elbow, and all the way up to your shoulder. And then go ahead and take your attention to your left hand. Just notice how your left hand feels. Be curious. Is it hot? Is it cold? What is your left hand touching? Take your attention to your wrist, your elbow, and all the way up to your shoulder. When you're ready, you can take an inhale in through your nose. And loosen your jaw, right where the jaw, the upper and the lower jaw meets. Relax that breath out. Take another inhale in through your nose. And let that breath go. Now I want you to imagine or visualize, whatever is easiest for you, that you have a tray in front of you. And maybe someone is holding the tray, maybe you're holding that tray. I want you to think a little bit more, imagine a little bit more. And on that tray, see several things that bring you comfort, that bring you joy. Imagine seeing some things. When you look at those things, you feel like everything's going to be okay. Brings a little smile to your face, maybe a nice memory. Just continue relaxing down. As you notice these things, these are things that you are choosing to put on your tray. Things that bring you fond memories, bring you a little comfort. Things that bring some peace, some calm, and clarity. Things that bring you some peace, some calm, and some clarity. Just notice how that feels. And continue imagining that tray in front of you. And now slowly there's a few more items that are added on. And maybe you see your own hand adding items, or they're just dropped out of nowhere. And these are items that aren't quite as comfortable. Could be information that you really do not want to hear. Maybe items that bring you just a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of discomfort. And by choice, you're starting to notice just a few items being placed on your tray that you'd really rather not have these items there. And notice how you feel. Maybe you start to notice yourself breathing a little bit faster or being a little more agitated as you start to notice these items being dropped or placed on your tray. And start to allow those items to mix in with items that bring you peace, clarity, some joy. And then pull your focus back and go ahead and look at your entire tray that's in front of you. And take an inhale and exhale, and inhale and an exhale, continuing to look at your entire tray. And as you do, you're noticing equally the things that bring you some joy, bring you some comfort, make you feel solid. You're also able to slightly notice the things that by choice you'd rather not have them there. And take another inhale and exhale. When you're ready, I want you to pick just one item that you'd really rather not have on your tray. And this is all your choice. See yourself reaching in and taking that item off of the tray. Or maybe you choose to hold up that item and take a little closer look. See what you want to do with that one item. It's your choice. You're deciding. Maybe you put that item back on the tray. Maybe you toss it over your shoulder. Maybe you push it off with a lot of force and let it crash on the floor. See what you want to do with that one item that is not bringing you clarity, that's not bringing you joy. And after you've done that, go ahead and take a look at your entire tray and just notice how you feel. Looking closer at the items that bring you clarity, joy, and some balance. And go ahead and take an inhale in through the nose. And exhale it out and let those shoulders drop. Take another inhale in through your nose. And let your shoulders drop. You can slowly bring your attention to your hands and wiggle your fingers. It may feel good to give your shoulders a little bit of a shrug. And when you are ready, you can start to open your eyes again. Just let that tray disappear. Maybe start to notice the sounds that are around you again, maybe hearing my voice just a little bit louder. And take one last inhale and exhale. Coming back to my voice, coming back to the show. And we can take any comments or questions. And I usually or purpose of the activity just to see what people felt, to see what they experienced. And I know what Terry's going to say already. I know the first thing that she's going to say.
I went to sleep.
You were very relaxed. You always, no matter what meditation I do, you usually leave with, oh, I was so relaxed. Okay.
I am.
Tell me about taking anything off of your tray, you two ladies, and then anybody that's live in the show. And if you're watching this on the replay, please feel free to add any comments or questions. I'll come back and check in case there were questions like, what was that about? Or wait, I balanced my tray, whatever it may be.
I really enjoyed the opportunity to choose what to take off my tray, literally. Even though we say it, you know what I'm saying? But to visualize it being removed was really freeing.
Good. And sometimes we don't think or know or feel that we have the choice. And sometimes it really feels like we don't. So especially right now, there are going to be some things that maybe you literally cannot take off of your tray and you didn't choose for them to be put there, but you can notice how you feel. So if you remember when I said, pull your gaze back, pull your attention back, notice everything. Doesn't mean you have to fix it and maybe you can't get it off of your tray, but you can choose how you notice it and how you notice everything else. Thanks for that input, Terry. Robin, anything you noticed?
What I really like about your meditations, many of them, is that you walk us through how to relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. I mean, because until you say that, I went, oh yeah, I got to relax my jaw,
Yeah.
because I do keep it tight.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love you just walk us through, just relax, notice, pay attention. And it takes away from my concentration of my breath, which I find to be more difficult. So when I'm kind of distracted, I'm noticing other things. I really like that. It really helps pull it all together for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, it was really easy for me to put the stuff on my tray that brings me joy, which
Yeah.
is new for me, that I can kind of pull those out now really easily. Because I used to have to kind of think, well, what brings me joy? What makes me happy? Because you don't really think about that a lot until you start practicing it. And that was easy. So putting my joyful things on my tray was really fun too. So I like
Yeah.
that. And then
Yeah.
taking a look at all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I took
there's
the
always a
captain off.
total picture. We just can't always see it. So when we're busy, when we're anxious, it was a different show, but it was Biz Chicks. It wasn't on Thursdays. And we talked about that breaking news. So we're hearing noise on the TV. It's breaking news. It's in a big red banner. You feel inclined, probably less now, but we used to feel inclined to like run to the TV and look. And in that state, you might even hear things that you don't hear correctly. So you're putting things on your tray. You turn the TV off, you turn away, and in your mind, in your emotions, like, oh, I know there's something there I need to be worrying about, but I really don't know what it is, because I don't even know what I heard. We go out and we're seeing certain things that now, if we're not physically and socially distancing correctly, I haven't been in a grocery store probably in over a month. The last time I went, it was before there were a lot of restrictions in place. But in the back of my mind, I've been hearing already, you might want to be distant. You might want to be away from people, shouldn't crowd up. But there weren't the actual requests or mandates for that. So I went in the store, and I am usually like so comfortable. And I found myself literally like being careful where I pushed my cart. And I was like, what is that? I had inadvertently put something on my tray, or something had been placed on my tray. And I didn't know till I went in the grocery store. And I came out and I just thought, I just don't feel like myself. What was that about? Why was I wasn't mean to anybody, but normally I'm smiling at people. I'm letting them go first. And just nothing's a big deal. And I had to wait till I was outside the store to go, wait, I don't feel right in my body. I'm not breathing correct. Like, and I had to be still and be quiet. And I was like, oh, somewhere in the back of my mind, I was like already trying to dodge and move around and maneuver through all these people, because there was some implied threat already. And this was a good month ago. It was when no restrictions were in place yet. So just to wrap up with that, it's that idea of, if we don't slow down and look at our tray, it's easy for us to open our wallet and say, okay, I have $5, I have $10, oh, I have nothing. Sometimes even the idea of what's on our plate, but what's on our plate, we've already taken off of the tray by choice. Usually what's on our plate is completely our choice. We want these vegetables. We want this meat. We want this project. Like sometimes we'll say, oh, my plate's full. Usually our plate, we've already filled up. I think of the tray as things that are sometimes put there by other people or dropped in there. And the tray is so full, we're not even sure what's on it until we're a little more clear what's on our plate. We're usually pretty clear what's in our wallet. And we can look at our to-do list and say, okay, there's 50 things on there, but I see it. Our tray, I feel like, is a little more mysterious. And we need to sometimes stop and go, you know what? Yeah, I don't want that on there. Or, you know what? I see it. I can't take it off, but I'm going to push it over into that corner. So a lot of the work I do, I think it's helpful for people, because I'm not asking you to dismiss anything. I'm not asking you to necessarily fix. Sometimes I do. I'm not asking you to make light of anything, or even pretend that, oh, you have all this power to take it off your tray. As Robin said, it's in that watching and noticing that sometimes people feel like they can regain a little control.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I have to say about what's on your tray.
Oh my goodness. Well, Karina says hi.
Hi, Karina. Karina also teaches yoga.
The other thing I liked about the other thing I liked about the tray is that I had happy things on there, and I had things that I wanted that were problems for me. Things that I knew I need to put on there and I need to do something with. But it was like seeing all of it all at the same time. So there's good and bad in there. And it's not necessarily all good. It's not necessarily all bad, but it's a picture that I could accept.
Yes. Excellent.
It was not overwhelming.
Hey, Donald.
There was good stuff in there. Balancing the bad stuff or the stuff that's hard. I like that also about the tray, because it actually makes me happy to know that there's happy stuff on that tray in addition to the stuff that I have to deal with.
Yeah, it's a balance. Did Donald have a comment or just saying hi?
He was just saying hi. I'm going to put his...
Hi, Donald.
He says, hi, y'all. Hope you're having another great day. Yes, we are.
Thanks
Everyone I get to see, Donald, it's a great day. Yeah.
Jill, maybe we have some time for you to kind of explain what you did for us last night in that, was it a 15-minute meditation that you led us through last night?
Yes, I'm doing 15-minute meditations. And actually, Robin, if I'll share a little bit of where and why I'm doing those, and if you want to share your experience. So and let me remember what day this is. On Wednesday evenings, I have a Facebook group, and it's Online Yoga Nidra with Jill. If you go to my breathing space page, you can find it, but it's a separate group, Online Yoga Nidra with Jill, and I'm doing 15-minute meditations there. And on Monday evenings, I'm doing 15-minute meditations through a group called Good Elephant. They're both at 8:30 at night. They're both just 15 minutes with the idea that we want to wind down for sleep. So I'm catching late night people who the kids are at bed. They've watched their TV shows and they either have some work that they really need to focus on, or they are literally ready for bed. And a lot of people I'm talking to are just not sleeping well, which makes sense. So we're doing combinations of body scans. I'll have Robin talk a little bit more. Last night I walked through an activity where you imagined and felt different spots in your body, different sensations, different thoughts that you did not want to take to bed with you. And then I had you imagine yourself in bed with the most comforting items, comforting people. If it's your kids you want to snuggle up with, pet or a person, you imagine your favorite comforter. So again, it's that idea of having that choice of noticing what's on your mind, what's not feeling right in your body, and moving some of that out of your space so that you could sleep really well at night. And then I think Robin is going to explain what her experience was like.
So do we have any comments first, or should I just go ahead and
go? No, if you don't have any comments.
Okay. I didn't know what to expect, Jill. And I thought 15 minutes, I can do 15 minutes. So that was really a perfect time for me. Also, I have a hard time meditating. So the guided meditation was really, really helpful. And it kind of just brought me back into, okay, this is so important. I need to do it more often, kind of thing, because I don't have the discipline on my own. So I really like being able to join Jill in her generosity, really. But what it did is what she did is we focused on something in our body that didn't feel right. I mean, that's my takeaway. So for me, it was the right side of my neck, down my shoulder blades on my right side. I have this kind of like constant, it's painful, but it's not horribly painful, but it's enough where I notice it enough. And she works you through that pain and how to release it. And I am not kidding. At the end of the 15 minutes and even way into the evening and even to this morning, I don't have that stiffness and that pain that I had before. And breathing through that pain was just, and it was easy the way she walked us through how to do it. So it's not like, it wasn't like, okay, Robin, now you work on your neck. It was so generalized that anybody could pick it up anywhere, anything that was personal to themselves. So I really, and I slept like a baby.
Good.
I actually took a nap right after the meditation. And then I woke up at midnight and then I got ready for bed.
I love it.
But the thing that was really fun was getting ready for bed and also enjoying it, saying, okay, this is a joyful thing to be able to snuggle in my bed and get my favorite my favorite blankie and just make it more of an experience, not just go to bed. But
I'm so glad, Robin.
Purpose.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just, I would do that every night with you, Jill, if you could do it.
Well, remember,
15 minutes.
everything that I'm offering is on the replay. So when you go to the group and join the group, there's 3 quick questions and I add you into the group. Everything that I'm offering right now, including Yoga Nidra, is there on replay. So originally I was going to just do the Yoga Nidra in the group, and then people were asking, they're like, we need more. Can you do some of your meditation? So you can go back, and those are available on replay. There's a link where you can register if you want to do optional payment. You can decide how much you want to. That can be any day of the week that you feel like you want to contribute. But all of the Yoga Nidra is up there to replay anytime. And then this is the first time on my page that I've done the meditation. So you can access that any time of day. That was the purpose. That was the purpose of creating the group. So it's almost like a library. So once you find the group, you are welcome to use any of the Yoga Nidra or any of the 15-minute meditations. Now, people are telling me they're enjoying joining live. On Facebook Live, you don't have the interaction with people, but a lot of people are saying they like sitting with me live. And then with the Good Elephant classes, those are through Zoom. So we don't talk a lot on Zoom because it is kind of a quiet practice. But afterwards, people do kind of hang around. And even if they just kind of sit, and look with a smile on their face. So the replays are available, but people are also liking the live sessions because I think right now, if you're isolated, for example, even if you live with people, you're still wanting to connect with people outside. So use the replays as much as you would like to, and then you're always welcome to join me live as well.
All righty.
That's so generous, Jill. That's just
really
wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I put your Facebook page here in the chat. But as far as the group, maybe you guys could help us with the connection to the group.
Afterwards, I can screenshot. It's probably a what do they call it? Operator error on my part. The way I set the group up, I can't link to it for some reason, but people can search it. Yeah, but I can send a screenshot of what you're gonna Facebook, Google for. Yes.
Or if you would just type in the name of the group, because I don't know how to spell Yoga Nidra.
Okay.
And the Fit Elephant, either one of those. You'll be able to connect. Is that correct?
And the Good Elephant, I can actually, when I can do it from my phone, when I get off, I can provide a link for that, and then I'll screenshot and write in the online Yoga Nidra with Jill.
That'll be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So thanks for having me, and watch your tray if you want to.
I love it. Watch your tray. Okay. Robin, is there anything you want to share with us about who's coming up next week or anything of that nature?
Yes. Next week we have Linus Woods Mullins, who's going to join us. And I think the last time she was with us, she was talking about teaching us more of a physical, how to shelter in home and stay physical, and how to take care of ourselves in a physical way. I think that's what we were going to do. But, she always has such great content. It's like anything she has to share with us is always so helpful. So yeah, Linus will be with us next week. So that's exciting. And then I'm booking May and June right now. So
Okay.
I have lots of slots open for yeah. So I'll be reaching out to people.
All right, guys. So you may get a phone call from Robin. Jill, we love you. We thank you so much. You always bring such peace to our chaos.
You're welcome.
Calm to our chaos. We thank you. And guys, I strongly recommend that you connect with her. Robin, we love you. Thank you so much. It's just a joy to see you. And, and I just want to say to everybody, Francine is probably operating in the background, so I want to give a shout out to Francine, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, and my partner here at Biz Chicks. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, saying don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Jill.